All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I don't want to ratazah. This will be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go in the Rakah Kwadash. And this is going to be pretty much, I don't want to ratazah. This will be edifying. But I wasn't sure exactly. I'm not the biggest financial guru. I'm not going to lie. I'm not up on economics like that. I know a little bit. I know enough to get by. But I was doing a little research for myself, and I was being edified. So I said, let me do a quick little lesson. You know, I don't want to ratazah. You guys will be edified also. And if you know more than me, chime in. You know, because I'm not no, big financial guru. But when I've been paying attention to the economics, what's going on in the world, I've heard this term come up over and over that we're in a bull market, all right. So I had to do my due diligence to see exactly what a bull market was, all right. And it led me a bunch of scriptures came to mind, all right. So this is off of Wikipedia. This is basically going to be going into a bull market, As a matter of fact, let me start with what is it? Let me get Psalms. Psalms 55 and 21. It says the words of his mouth. We're talking about Esau, Edom. He's in the power seat. Job 9 and 24. Right. The wicked is ruling per Malachi 1 and 4. Esau, Edom. Right. The earth is given into his hands again. Job 9 and 24. Right, Esau, Edom is ruling, and the chief house of Edom is ruling Amalek. All right, them small hat, big nose people. They control the Federal Reserve, the IMF. They control the banking system. They control this current monetary system, right? And they're collapsing it worldwide to usher in a digital system that's going to be spearheaded by the Charagma, as we keep mentioning over and over, the MOTB. That RFID microchip per Revelation 13 and 16. Elder Apostle Tahar did a lesson. He said that the hour of temptation is drawing nigh. It is. It is. All roads are leading to the Charagma. All right. But anyway, it's a lot of distractions, a lot of witchcraft, a lot of sleight of hand going on. But, follow the money. Follow the money. You can always, tell what time you're in and who's ruling and what's really going on by following the money. All right. So anyway, Psalms 55 and 21, the words of his mouth, Esau, Edom, were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. He's always been plotting to do what? Get that birthright back, to get complete control, like Aaron Russo said. And he's going to do it with this crafty enterprise, this new world order, this digital system that he's trying to set up, this Internet of Things. He's going to have complete control, all right? He's going to put you in the Internet of Things, all right? You're not going to be able to buy or sell or operate in this current society without his mark, his digital ool. All roads are leading to the Charagma, all right? So anyway, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. He really has a perpetual hatred against his brother Jacob. He wants that birthright back. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And that always comes to mind because that's how Esau Edom gets down with his words, man, his new speech, he is all these different terms, man. You gotta, look these things up constantly. Inflation, deflation, quantitative easing, shrinkflation, all these different terms that this devil has, all for unjust weights, man. That's what it is. It boils down to that thick clay that I bought you, which I'm gonna bring out. We always bring out Habakkuk 2 and 6, I believe. That thick clay, that damn, the unjust weights, man. So one of the smooth words was the bull market. I had to see exactly what it was. So off of Wikipedia, again, you got shrink, all these different things going on for basically this man trying to control the collapse of this society. He's collapsing this society, this world, this current fiat system, fiscal system, and he's trying to control the collapse through quantitative easing, through shrinkflation, through inflation and deflation, and all these different fucking terms, man. For basically, you got unjust weights. You're not dealing with true money. True money is silver, gold, uh, livestock, cattle, land. You know, you know. He's dealing with a money that's printed out of thin air, ones and zeros, man. You know, the money's not backed by anything. You know, it's unjust. You know, and you're gonna have to pay for that. But anyway, let's get into a bull market. All right, this is off of Wikipedia, and that when again, that's why I had this up. When you go in, you can see 10 hours ago, 20 hours ago. That's what all these people that are up on finances, they keep referencing that we're in a bull market. All right, that's why the stock market is doing what it's doing. It's it's like a fucking seesaw. Really, it's Esau Edom bailing that shit out, quantitative easing, buying back the stocks and this, that, and the third. And you got these dummies that trust in Egypt, trust in oppression, you know. And so let's get it. Bull market. It says bull stock market speculator. Salakia. It says in finance, a bull is a speculator in a stock market who buys a holding in a stock in the expectation that in the very short term it will rise in value, whereupon they will sell the stock to make a quick profit on the transaction. And that's what caused the collapse in 2008, 2009, the dot-com crashes. Every time the economy collapsed, it was because people were, taking risks. That's basically when you invest in stocks, you're gambling. Okay, when they were flipping these homes, that's how the rich get rich, by gambling. They spread themselves thin. They take on more than they can, afford. With the houses, with the cars, all the car dealerships, everybody's trying to get over on the next man. Okay, not knowing that the grinding is coming to a screeching halt. All right, this bitch is about to be shut down on every front, man. Shall be no work for Egypt, for the head or the tail. Everything is about to come to a screeching halt, and you people gonna be, left with your, you're gonna be left holding the bag, if you can receive it. So it says in finance, a bull is a speculator in a stock market who buys a holding in a stock in the expectation in the very short time it will rise in value. When this places CTD circling the drain, Esau Edom is cashing out, man. Bill, and he gonna leave you holding the bag. Whereupon they will sell the stock to make a quick profit on the transaction. They want to flip it, just like they were flipping the houses. They want to flip these cars. Everybody want to make a quick buck. It says, strictly speaking, the term applies to speculators who borrow. They don't even have the money. They go to the bank and get a loan. When you see the interest rates are going through the roof, you fools. You see? It says, strictly speaking, the term applies to speculators who borrow money to fund such a purchase and are thus under great pressure to complete the transaction before the loan is repayable. You see, that's what happened in 2008, 2009. You bought these houses on fixed interest rates or whatever the hell you call it. You were paying maybe, let's say, I don't know, I'm just pulling a number out my ass, 3% on your mortgage. And then after maybe 5, 6, 7 years, it was going to go up to its true interest rate. It would double, triple. You go from maybe 3%, 19, 20% on your mortgage. So your payment would skyrocket. But they were hoping that they will flip that purchase, before that happened. They bought up these different for housing, for example. They bought up went into these different subdivisions. They got loans. They what they call it when you take on your house, they refinance their homes. Even with the Airbnbs, a lot of people are doing risky business, man. In hopes that they're gonna make a quick buck. They're gonna get rid of the product quick enough, make a profit. You see, but you in for a rude awakening. This world is circling the drain, not just here in America, Babylon the Great. The whole world is circling the drain. Economically speaking, we're in the midst of a famine, uproars of the people, sedition. All hell is about to break loose, man. You see? You know? So it says, strictly speaking, the term applies to speculators who borrow money to fund such a purchase and are thus under great pressure to complete the transaction before the loan is repayable because they can't pay it back, you see? Or the seller of the stock demands payment on settlement day of delivery of the bargain. You see? So that's basically the point. You could read up more on it if you know more than me, or you got something I missed something. Drop it in the comment section. But I'm all about these scriptures, man. I'm not too heavy on Esau Edom's terminology and his skullduggery and his words, smoother than butter. But scriptures came to mind. Of course, Habakkuk, that thick clay, which I always bring it out. But before I hit that, let me hit let me see. Well, let's hit this first. We know it's unjust weights. This fiat system is not true money. This fiscal is funny money. It's funny money, man. It's not really backed by anything. Okay, and that's an abomination in the sight of the Lord. Deuteronomy 25:13, thou shalt not have in thy bag diverse weights, a great and a small. Okay, that's what caused the ancient Roman Empire to fall. We're in Rome 2.0, but that's what Rome was doing. Rome was spread thin through war. Okay, and also they started cheapening the money. The gold, the denarius, they started shaving the money. Which is an abomination. You see, and that's what Elder Pastor Tahar always mentions, that it's not that foods and these different products are going up. Your money is being devalued. Okay, you see. So it says, it's abomination, it's wickedness, man. It says Proverbs 20:23. It says, diverse weights are an abomination unto the Lord Yahweh, and a false balance is not good. And these people have a false balance. It's just about getting over on the next man. You know. That's the point. It's a whole bunch, but you get the idea. That's what this devil deals with. Unjust weights, man. And it's abomination in his sight. Let's hit Daniel. Daniel 8. We're gonna look this word craft up. Daniel 8, and let's start at 8 and 23. Daniel 8:23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding, dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and holy people. You see, and his dark sentences, his legislation, his unrighteous decrees, his words is smoother than butter. His whole system that he set up. This crafty enterprise, this whole system is built up upon fraud. It's one big Ponzi scheme, man. And Amalek is sitting at the top of it, man. So it says, I read that over. Daniel 8:23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding, dark and it's like a king of fierce countenance and understanding, dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice. Hey, but everything you got, you're gonna vomit it up, man. You're not gonna feel quietness in your belly when you sit down to enjoy this meal. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna make you vomit it up, man, per Job. Damn devils. And shall destroy the mighty and holy people, Yasharallah. Because that's who he really has a bone to pick with. He has a perpetual hatred against his brother Jacob, and did pursue him with the sword to this day. He want to cut Yasharallah off, that the name of Israel be no more remembrance. And through his policy, right, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. So let's look up, let's go into the blue letter. Let's see what it says, Salakia. Daniel 8, and where was it? We want the word craft. Let's see. Let's go into 25. And through his, Daniel 8:25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Let's look up that word craft. Let's look at policy first. And through his policy, right? This is Strong's H7922. It says his policy, right? His prudence, right? Insight, understanding, prudence, good sense, insight, understanding. A lot of insider trading, a lot of backdoor deals, sleight of hand, witchcraft. His cunning, his craft. You see, everything he's doing is deceitful, man. It's wicked. And then let's look up craft, right? It says his deceit, his treachery. It's from the root word Strong's H7411. Let's hit that. Uh, it says to beguile, to deceive, mislead, deal treacherously. Beguile, deceive, mislead, trick. This whole system is a Ponzi scheme. It's trickery. It's witchcraft. Okay, it's not. This whole monetary system is not really backed by anything. All right, and all these different words, quantitative easing, shrink, all these different deceitful works, man. It's deceitful, man. You see, and that's how this devil gets down. You see. Let me hit another one. This is Proverbs 11:18. The wicked worketh a deceitful work. You see? But to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. See, these devils they work deceitfully. This whole system is deceitful. It's a bull market. They just waiting to get ahead on the next man, get over on the next man. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. You see? They take advantage of these people that aren't up on finances, trap you in these high interest rate loans. Like the car market, for example, now they offering 10-year loans. That's wickedness, man. That's wickedness. And that's unjust weights, and that's that thick clay. This whole system is built upon thick clay. Okay? I don't want to rot his eyes. It's making sense and it's coming together. All right? We know it. I'll run through it real fast. The main point is in 6. All right? We're going to look that word. Let me get that in the blue letter too. Habakkuk 2 and 6. We know it already. I bought you, but we're going to get it anyway. Let's see. Habakkuk 2 and 6. That thick clay, heavy debts, wages, man. Which goes back to that craft, man. His policy is skullduggery. It's witchcraft, man. It's Habakkuk 2 and 3. The main point is in 6. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul Esau Edom, all right, which is lifted up. The pride of his heart have deceived him. Read Obadiah. His terribleness have deceived him. All right, which I believe that's Jeremiah. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. But the just, Yasharallah, you tribes, shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, his philosophies, his ways of life, his democracy, his unrighteous decrees, Yea, also his crafty enterprise. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. Everywhere he goes, he brings hell upon you, and death, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these, it's the main point, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe, woe means destruction, to him that increaseth that which is not his. Everything he's got, he stole, he's raped, he's robbed, he's pillaged, done all type of wickedness, man. Woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? Not longer. Esau's time is up, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai set the bounds which he can't pass, per Job. And he knows that. That's why he's about to come down with great wrath, per Revelation 12 and 12, knowing that he had but a short time. Woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. We're going to look that word up, thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations, and all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. That's Esau Edom, man. He thinks he's the most high, but his pride have deceived him. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is about to visit you. A recompense is coming for all the wickedness you've been doing in the earth. That crafty enterprise, that, the unrighteous weights, unjust weights, So let's look up that thick clay, which we know is Ibatya. Uh, Strong's H5671, right? It says weight of pledges, heavy debts. It's from the root word Strong's H5670. Okay, it says to take a pledge, give a pledge for a debt. To take a pledge, give a pledge for a debt. All right, and that's what that bull market is. You see how it all ties in. That's what everybody's saying, that we're in a bull market, and these people are all bound by those heavy debts, those deals that they made. Now they're under great pressure to flip them damn stocks that they bought, flip them damn homes that they bought, flip them damn cars that they bought. But they're all, and everything's coming to a screeching halt. Ain't nobody buying no more. You know they already, these different corporations, Walmart, Target, Amazon, FedEx, they're all, everything is there. Hey, FedEx is uh their freight, moving their freight. They're about to trim the fat on that, lay people off, shutting down different all these businesses are shutting down, laying off people because people aren't buying anymore. Okay, you see, no more bailouts are coming, no more stimmy packages. Everything is coming to a screeching halt. Ain't nobody buying homes like that. Ain't nobody buying no new cars. And not to mention, the inflation is through the roof. You can't afford to, you know? You see? And it's all because this is one big Ponzi scheme, and it's built upon debt, heavy debts, okay? And it's an abomination, man. It's abomination. This whole system is wicked. You see? You see? You see? Make sure I hit the point of one. I think it was Daniel. Make sure I hit that point again. What was one that I looked up? I think I looked it up already. Policy. Let's go back to that Daniel. Make sure I hit it. I think I did, but I want to make sure I hit that Daniel 8 and 25. Because I had looked it up. That policy, that craft, man. It was just supping with me. Salaki, Daniel 8 and 25. Salaki, Daniel 8. I don't want to Ratazah. It's making sense. Like I said, I'm not the best financial guru. That ain't my forte, but we're not ignorant of any, we're not supposed to be ignorant of any matter, small or great. Especially Esau Edom's fucking the finances, man. That's how he always gets over on Jake. Jake don't know about the finances. Jake don't know about the loopholes. You know? I think it was his policy again. Yeah, his policy. Strong's 87922. His cunning craft. You see? This is all craft, man. Let me read that again. And through his policy, his crafty system that he set up, right? Also shall he cause craft to prosper in his hand. The craft was what? What was the craft again? His deceit, his treachery. You see? It's all built upon fraud. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. You see? And that's the times that we're coming into. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming to break this man's fucking whole empire up, man. Yahweh Shah is that rock that's coming to bust this bitch up. Okay? This devil is through. He knows it. But I don't want to Ratazah. I think I hit the point. This devil is through. He's through. He is through. Everybody's talking about how we're in a fucking bull market. It's all bread. It's not bread and circus, but it's all being manipulated. You know. Anyway, I don't want to Ratazah. This came together and it made sense. Again, if I left something out, if I missed something, put it in the comment section, man. Hey, we're close, man. Keep pushing. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam yasharala.